Staying indoors and watching a play sounds great after that hot forecast. And this weekend, you can see one at the Eisman Center called What's She Having? It's an original dramedy, and Tasha Williams is the playwright. She joins me to tell us all about it. Hi, Tasha.
Hi.
A dramedy.
Yes.
I love that term. What inspired the story of What She's Having, and why was this the right time to bring it to the stage?
I believe it's a part of me, and it's a part of everything around me. So I just watched everything around me. I looked for what was inside of me, and the most creative part of me put this story together so that everyone can enjoy it.
So it really is like a piece of you that we're watching
Absolutely.
on stage. Okay, so the play explores love, friendship, marriage, betrayal, all of these life lessons. Which of those themes do audiences, do you think, really connect with the most?
I think they're going to relate to betrayal because everybody's been stabbed in the back one time or another, either by a family member, a friend, or a coworker. And so I think we can all understand betrayal.
We certainly have all felt that sting
Yes.
of betrayal. And to know that we're not alone in that is a great way to kind of connect with the audience.
Yes.
So, but at the same time, even though there's going to be some poignant themes, laughter is a big part of it, drama, there are emotional moments, they're all part of the show. So what do you hope people are feeling when they actually leave the show when it's over?
I hope they're feeling all of them. I hope they feel the emotion, I hope they feel the laughter, and I hope they feel the drama. So I hope they walk away talking about it and finding themselves in it, and also feeling like, oh, this was amazing. Like, I relate to all these different characters, and then they had a great laugh during that process.
So you definitely put an element of your own story into it, but you also bring some of your education, your background, and your experience. You have a background in psychology, education, in corporate training. How did those experiences that you've had in your career, how did that help shape the characters in the play itself?
I think being a corporate trainer and having a background in psychology, it helps me to teach the characters or create what I want them to be, and then just to understand the dynamics of why people do what they do. So just that cognitive behavior, just having that understanding of what's our drivers, what motivates us to make the choices and the decisions that we make.
So you were able to infuse some of your own personal life lessons with some of your experience and training, and I can see how that would really help mold a fully fledged character,
Yes.
one that's fully formed.
Yes.
So Tasha Studios is also making its theatrical debut. What has that journey been like for you from having this idea to the opening night?
It has been exactly that, a journey, just traveling down the road of learning how to navigate different personalities and the different people in my cast, and making the choices and decisions of everyday processes that need to go in place, being everybody, because you have to be all hands on deck, and I am all the hands for the most part. So that has been very, very challenging, but it has elevated me, it has stretched me, it has grown me, and it has made me a better playwright and a better producer-director.
You had to allow yourself to be pretty vulnerable in order to pull this off, really
Yes.
kind of exposing some of your innermost experiences to the stage, to finally see it on stage and performed. What has that been like for you personally?
Amazing. If I could see my stories being told and it could change somebody or could make them think differently, I hope that it opens up the idea that you can have tough conversations, that you can show yourself vulnerable, and that you are loved or cared for by somebody around you.
And people appreciate that because they can relate to that. The story follows 3 women, but there's something for men as well. They're not being excluded. What conversations do you hope will continue after the curtain falls?
I hope the men will start having conversations. I hope
Here you go, girl.
I do. I hope they'll start having conversations. I hope that they will dive deeper and be vulnerable with each other and understand that showing emotion is not a weakness. It's actually a strength.
You also talk about this as being kind of an experience, kind of a perfect girls' night out as well. Not just for girls, but also friends and couples and families. Why do you think this is a great opportunity for you to experience it with those that you love the most?
I think it has a lot of elements of bringing people together. I think since we do center around love and relationships, everybody can relate to that. And I think it's appropriate where you can bring a family member that is not, grown or an adult. There's not too many themes in there that's like, oh my God, yeah, you won't get shocked.
Yeah, it's something that's relatable to a variety of different audiences.
Of people,
okay,
yes.
all right. So if these characters could give the audience one piece of relationship advice, what would that be? And then also, what's next for What She's Having?
I would say that piece of relationship advice would be handle your heart before your heart handles you. And then up next, I plan to tour the show. And then after that, I want to take it to film and turn it into a series.
All right, well, this is happening at the Eisman Center in Richardson. What are show times and how can we get tickets?
Our show times are Friday, July the 10th at 3 p.m., and then Saturday and Sunday, July the 11th and 12th from 3 and 7 p.m. And you can get tickets at theeismancenter.com or tashastudios.com.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you. Thank you so
appreciate
much
that.
for being here.
Thank you.